Welcome to Alistair Davies Golf. Today I want to share to you how I use Trackman, and in particular how I use it with random tests. I'm taking advantage of the test centre that's in Trackman, which is vital for player development in my opinion. What I tend to do with it is if I have a player that's struggling with a particular range, particularly in short game, say 50 to 100 yards or 60 to 80 yards or whatever the number might be, and again we try and get this kind of data from using stats and reflection. But if we know the player is struggling from 60 to 80 yards, what I'll do, I'll set up a 10-ball random test from that range, get the player to go through it as if he's on the golf course, create a bit of pressure and anxiety hopefully, and give them some feedback to the scores, and also then look at the report. So what this video will show is me hitting some shots, going through that test, show you some of the testing data that comes up from that test. Again, don't expect fantastic results. I don't practice or play a lot, but it'll show you how a player would walk through it and how I'd look at the report with the player, and then the kind of feedback we'd use, and then we try and use some reflection again to work out what particular yardage might be worse than others and why that is, whether it's because he doesn't know how far to swing for that yardage, or he hasn't got a club that meets that requirement for distance, or whether it's a case of the anxiety gets too much with certain shots and that's why he produces the shots he does. So, great way of using the test centre, ideally for Trackman users, or if you've got a pro in your area that has a Trackman, to go and use and take part in some testing on it. It'll give you some real feedback, some real scores, and a great way of seeing where you're at. So what you can see here is me actually hitting some shots during the test. What happens is you're given a random yardage for every ball for 10 balls. Again, we can set as many balls as we want and a different yardage as we want. This particular test was random from 50 to 80 yards. So it means every yardage can be anything from 50 to 80 yards in any random order. And you get a score awarded for the proximity from the hole you hit the shot. It also creates a report which you can get to, again, look at your strengths and weaknesses in different distances and then reflect and work out why that is. Get yourself booked in for a test with a local pro as soon as you can. So what you can see from this, I had a score of 77.2. This is equivalent to around about a scratch golfer. And again, it's just an approximate guide, but it gives me some feedback to go forward. And any other golfer, the same.